A brand new report tonight from the Hill's John Solomon detailing the Clinton campaign's abuse of the intelligence community in an effort to stop President Trump from being elected to the White House. Well, in that article, Solomon says Clinton gained dozens of political IOUs from patrons who then donated to the Clinton Foundation. Solomon argues it's now time for the American public to call in their own IOUs on political transparency and to get some answers to 10 questions that he asked in his newest article on The Hill. Award-winning investigative journalist John Solomon with us tonight. John, great to have you here.
Thanks, Lou.
This is one of the most frustrating questions I think that any of us have faced, and you in the lead journalistically in this story of Spygate, is why? Why is Hillary Clinton to this very day untouchable?
It is remarkable. It's been 18 months since we learned that the Clinton campaign and the DNC funded the Steele dossier. So we now learn that the FBI investigation, the key evidence, was funded by the Hillary Clinton campaign. And yet not a single reporter has asked a question at any venue where Mrs. Clinton has appeared in the last 18 months. And her campaign has not responded in 18 months to the Senate Judiciary Committee's request for documents and answers. And the questions are, what did she know and when did she know it? Her campaign, her apparatus, Christopher Steele, launched an FBI investigation. Her campaign flooded the FBI with bad intel, and no one's ever asked her the questions.
And I think the essence of this outrage is contained in one paragraph, certainly, and if I may share this with the audience. Never before in history, until 2016, if we could put that up, had the apparatus of U.S. presidential candidate managed to sick the full weight of the FBI and U.S. intelligence community on his or her rival nominee during an election, and by using a foreign-fed, uncorroborated, to be kind, political opposition research document. I mean, that is the essence of the political outrage and what we still don't know much about.
This was a giant political dirty trick, and the FBI and the CIA and other intelligence apparatus were used to carry it out. We now know 2.5 years later there was no collusion, but someone created the illusion of collusion for 2 years. The FBI in the lead and Mrs. Clinton's political opposition research team in the rear feeding it. It's absolutely remarkable that she hasn't been asked any questions. So I posited 10 questions, and hopefully the public will start to focus on what we need to get her to answer.
And I want to turn to your column on May 29th, because the president is in London. And the question is always, it's fundamental, but it's even more proximate right now with the president there. And the headline is, did the Brits warn about Steele's credibility before Mueller's probe? Your thoughts?
Yeah, so we've interviewed several witnesses and several members of Congress who have gained information just in the last few weeks that the British National Security Advisor wrote the incoming Trump administration in January 17, long before Mueller was reported, even before the second FISA was issued, warning, the Brits were warning them that they thought Christopher Steele had no credibility, was lacking in reliability, that his allegations weren't corroborated. It's extraordinary if that happened. Now, everybody's looking for this letter. It's been lost or misplaced. But there are witnesses who remember it, and there's a search underway in Congress to locate it. It would be an extraordinary document. And it would raise a lot of questions, because if they warned the Trump administration as they were coming in 10 days before inauguration, they almost certainly would have also warned the Obama administration before these additional FISAs were sought. It's a remarkable time, and I think President Trump has the opportunity while in Britain with Theresa May to perhaps get some answers about what the Brits know now.
Do we know to which of our chambers on Capitol Hill the letter was sent? To whom?
Yes, so the letter was sent from Sir Mark Lyle Grant, then the National Security Advisor of Great Britain, to Mike Flynn, the incoming National Security Advisor to Donald Trump. And that's remarkable in and of itself. Flynn says to his lawyers he doesn't remember that letter, but he was questioned about it by Bob Mueller during the briefings that occurred. So even Bob Mueller's team knew the letter existed. What we're trying to do is locate that letter now, and several members of Congress in the House and the Senate are in search of that letter tonight.
that letter, had Mike Flynn remembered it, could have changed history, could it not?
It really could have. Imagine if we learned in January 2017 that Christopher Steele's reliability, credibility was being questioned not only within the FBI, as we now know, but by the government for whom he formerly worked, the British government. Remember, he's a former MI6 agent. That would have almost certainly changed the course of history if it had become public at the time.